Hello dear students, welcome to your Communicative English classes. Today we are continuing with what we had learned in the last 3 classes. So in the last 3 classes we had learnt about 2-letter phonics, isn't it? So 2-letter phonics, what all sounds we had learnt in the last 3 classes? That is ap, am, at, and in, it. Then it was these were the sounds that we had learnt in the last 3 classes. And today's class we are again continuing with the same thing, that is the 2-letter phonics. But before that, you should know why we are learning this 2-letter phonics. So what is actually the need of these phonics? So the phonics or learning or studying phonics helps us to improve our pronunciation in English. We know that to communicate any language, we need to know the pronunciation of different words, isn't it? So the pronunciation of different words makes us a good speaker good speaker of a language. So today we are continuing with, or we are again learning the 2-letter phonics of the other 4 sounds. So let's understand what are they. You can see in the board. So what is the first letter you can see? It is I. Second letter B, isn't it? So what is I sound? I sound, look at my face towards my mouth to understand what is it. So how does I is pronounced? What is a sound of I? It is I, isn't it? I. Plus B. What is B sound? B sound B. B. Isn't it? So what does it together sound? It together sound A, B, A, B, ape. What is it? Ape. Now, what are the examples? So the first example is beeb. What is it? Beeb. So how can we make sentence with it? We can say the babe is happy. The babe is happy. Okay, now what is the second example? The second example is neeb. What is it? Neeb. So how can we make the sentence with it? Yes, the neeb is cheap. What can we say? The neeb is cheap. Okay, now moving on to the other letters. So what is the first sound? As you know, this is I, isn't it? What is the second letter? The second letter is D. The second letter is D. Now what is I sound? I sound I, as you know, I. Then what is D sound? D sound D. D sound D. So what is it together sound? It together sound 8. What is it? 8. 8. Now what are the example? So the first example is, look at the board. It is kid. What is it? Kid. How can we make sentence with it? The kid is lean. How can we say? The kid is lean. Now, what is the second example? The second example is lit. What is it? Lit. Now, how can we make sentence with lit? How can we make it? How can we say that? Yes. The lid is empty. How can we say? The lid is empty. Okay, now moving on to the other letters. What is the first sound? the first sound is I. What is the next letter? The next letter is G. What is it? G. Now what is I sound? I sound I. I sound I. Now what is G sound? G sound G. G sound G. It is not G. How to say the sound? G. Okay. Now what happens when we use it together? When we use it together, it sounds egg. What is it? Egg. Now, what is the example? Example, the first one is pig. What is it? Pig. Now, how can we make it in sentence? The pig is hungry. How to say? The pig is hungry. Now, the second example, what is it? Wig. Wig. Now how to make it in sentence? The wig is colorful. How to say? The wig is colorful. Okay, now moving on to the other letters. So what is the first letter? As you know, I. What is it? I. Now what is the second letter? The second letter is N. What is it? N. Then how does I sound? I sound I. I sound I. What does N sound? N sound na. As you know, na. Okay. So what happens when we use it together? When we use it together, it sounds that is in. Okay. Now what are the examples? The first example is pin. What is it? Pin. How can we make sentence with it? How can we make? The pin is costly. What is it? The pin is costly. Now, what is the next example? The next example is tin. What is it? Tin. How can we make sentence with tin? How can we make it? Yes, the tin is heavy. What is it? The tin is heavy. Okay, so these are the 4 letters and their sounds that we had learnt. So what is the first one? I plus B. What does it sound? Egg. Now, I plus D. What does it sound? 8. Now, I plus G. What does it sound? Sound egg. Now, the next one. I plus N. I plus N. What does it sound? It sound, as you can see, N. Okay? So this is about today's class. Before that, we know in some words, I is sound the same. I, isn't it? Like for ice cream, we say I. But don't worry about that. We will learn why I is sounded different in some other words. We'll learn it later. Now you just understand I sound as E. Okay? So thank you students. Thank you for listening to the class. We can meet in the next class.